While we've all been bedazzled by the awesome power of the Xbox Series X and S, it's easy to forget that console gaming is only half of the Xbox occasion. Fortunately, the Game Pass library is also stacked with incredible titles for you to wear your keyboard out playing. So here are some of the best PC games you might not even have known were available on PC Game Pass.
Age of Empires 4 is like a beautiful leather-bound history book, full of fascinating details regarding the rise and fall of mighty civilizations. Crusader Kings III, on the other hand, is filled with all the dirty little secrets that turn up in personal diaries and love letters. You can take your pick, but by the way, they're both on PC Game Pass. Anyway, playing as the head of a dynasty, your goal in Crusader Kings III is to lead your people through the centuries, and some of that will involve the conventional strategy game tactics of winning battles, forging alliances, and trading well. But you can also harness the almighty power of gossip, spreading rumors and uncovering secrets to blackmail your rivals with. Forbidden romances, suspicious diseases, murder plots, and all kinds of other seedy storylines will play themselves out over the course of any given game, and it's up to you to turn them to your advantage, or just to push them in whatever direction you think is the funniest. And while these guilty pleasures are currently exclusive to PC players, the series will be making its console debut in the near future. So be sure to subscribe and ring the bell for all the latest Palace drama.
Thanks to the EA Play subscription that comes with your Game Pass Ultimate membership, PC players also have access to all-time classics like the Command & Conquer Remastered collection. Command & Conquer takes place in an alternate history where a meteorite crashes into Earth during the late 90s, unleashing an alien substance called Tiberium, which totally revolutionizes our technology. The only downside is that a bizarre cult named the Brotherhood of Nod are the first to see its potential, quickly leading to a worldwide war between these comet-farming weirdos and the Global Defense Initiative. Which is a great premise for a real-time strategy game, mixing up realistic military tech with a few fun sci-fi embellishments and a wacky narrative that gives the series its unique personality. The Remastered collection contains both original games plus 3 expansion packs, so you'll have plenty of time to get to grips with this strange new world. And the best part is that you can do so while enjoying lush 4K graphics, remastered music, and modern online features. And we might not have alien meteorite technology, but some parts of our timeline have worked out just fine.
On the other hand, sometimes you don't need alien technology or world wars to make life interesting. Sometimes you just need life. And luckily, PC Game Pass can give it to you. The Sims 4 is the perfect life simulator, where the drama comes from just watching people react as your invisible hand subtly pokes them in one direction or another. Maybe you'll use your divine might to nourish their artistic talents, or to enable their most antisocial tendencies. Or maybe you'll just spend all of your time picking the wallpaper for their bathroom while they curse you in Simlish. Whatever works for you. And if you get tired of their domestic dramas, you can always add in a dash of something new with additional packs that cover everything from sorcery to spa days, jungle adventures, and even a healthy spot of vampirism. So if you're tired of making terrible decisions in your own life, head over to The Sims 4 and make a few in someone else's.
Historical real-time strategy games are amazing, but do you know what they are severely lacking in? Mechs. Fortunately, Iron Harvest is here to correct that oversight. Its diesel punk world presents a vision of humanity where most of our history has played out as it did in real life, except we got really into building giant petrol-powered death machines around the start of the 20th century. As you battle your way across the game's various campaigns, you'll be able to unleash all kinds of mechanized mischief on your enemies. From walking fortresses that can punch through buildings to spider-like constructions that skitter around on their clattering metallic legs. But despite all of the fascinating machines tearing around, Iron Harvest never loses sight of its humanity thanks to incredibly well-written storylines that highlight the people trying to live in the debris, which each new smoke-spouting terror leaves in its wake.
Sure, a lot of the games we've mentioned so far are focused around dominating and controlling the world, but what if you fancy saving it? Well, luckily PC Game Pass has your back because you can fill your boots, or spandex iron suit, even tattered shorts, of Earth's mightiest heroes with Marvel's Avengers. You can play as Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Hulk, Black Widow, or the impressively stretchy newcomer Kamala Khan, aka Miss Marvel, as you try to save the globe from a nefarious organization known as AIM, run by the even more nefarious MODOK, a huge floating head with his own army. Comics. Marvel's Avengers allows you to play as the most super team known to humankind, either solo or with your friends starring as your backup, whether they're playing as the not-so-jolly Green Giant or the God of Sparkles. Heroism has never been so attainable, and with PC Game Pass you can reach Avenger level status as quick as a finger snap.
One of the PC titles we cannot wait for this year is Total War Warhammer 3, which is set to land on PC Game Pass on February 17th. Until then, players looking for an alternate, futuristic Warhammer experience can refamiliarize themselves with the world of Ultramarines and Old Ones with Warhammer 40,000 Battlesector. This turn-based strategy game puts you in command of the Blood Angels as they try to reclaim their planets from the clutches of the hive-minded Tyranids, with a little help from a group of extra-large Ultramarines called the Primaris. And yes, every single thing in this game sounds like it was plucked out of a heavy metal lyric, and yes, it's completely awesome. There's also a very clever gameplay mechanic called Momentum, which gives your Marines a boost anytime they're in the thick of the action, while the bad guys get the same buff whenever they bump off an enemy. It's a nice wrinkle that helps Warhammer 40,000 Battlesector stand out from other strategy games, if the presence of Chaos Gods and Dreadnoughts wasn't doing that already.
Lots of games like to boast about the size of their world, but with 18 quintillion procedurally generated planets, No Man's Sky has them all comfortably beat. That means an essentially infinite number of places for you to explore, each with their own ecosystem for you to document, resources for you to harvest, and untold secrets for you to uncover. If you've got an adventurous spirit, then this is definitely the RPG for you. And just like our own universe, the world of No Man's Sky is constantly expanding, with updates that have added rideable animals, alien settlements, underwater biomes, and all sorts of other things to keep the game brimming with life. You'll never see everything there is to see in No Man's Sky, but that sort of makes your individual journey through its vast universe even more meaningful. Plus, it lets you have a space pineapple as a pet, so it's actually now illegal to dislike this game. Sorry.
Finally, EA Play gives us access to another bona fide PC classic in the form of the intergalactic adventure, Spore. And the really incredible thing about this endlessly ambitious title is that it's really a whole bunch of different games rolled into one package. You'll start off as a simple organism, swimming through the primordial ooze from which all life rises, munching smaller creatures to nab their DNA and evolve yourself some handy new body parts. Eventually, you'll sprout some legs and head for dry land, where you'll continue growing, eating, and evolving. Ideally without getting snapped up by any of the much bigger, toothier creatures which have sprung up around you. Once you've developed enough grey matter to make small talk possible, you and your buddies can form a tribe and steadily advance your people all the way to the space age, where you can begin chatting, trading, and fighting with other species from across the galaxy. By the time you're trying to negotiate trade embargoes with planets thousands of light years away, you'll almost have forgotten all that time you spent just trying to evolve a tail spike.
So there you have it, PC players. All these awesome games, as well as a ton of multi-platform titles, are just a few clicks away with an Xbox Game Pass membership. Sound off in the comments about your favourite PC titles, and remember to subscribe and ring the bell for all of the latest Xbox news. Bye!